Greetings, and once again, welcome to KUDOS Latte Show. Here is my latte, but before latte, this show, I assure, is going to be super powerful because today we had on another amazing guest who is doing dynamically, wonderfully great job across the globe. And before I introduce him, let's check it out. Who is that great, vivacious personality? Here is my
Hello.
wonderful guest, Mike Litman. Welcome to our show. It's been a great pleasure and it's been a great honor for me to host you today on the platform of Kiddo's Latte Show.
Yes,
Well, Mike,
likewise, really, I'm feeling so elated and so powerful. Much power to you.
great one. Ladies and gentlemen, before I start this show, let me tell you something. Mike was facing some tedious issues in internet, and I said, let's go on because when the guest is so strong, internet technical glitches never ever matter. So let's move on with the flow, with the glow. And here, as you know, we have a great, powerful personality. So, Mike, without any delay, without any pause, I'm so curious to know, along with my global audience, who is actually Mike Litman and what is his life journey?
Likewise, really appreciated for inviting me on this amazing platform. I just want to tell people, this class platform like where one decision away from a totally different life, and you're gonna be so lucky if you're gonna watch this podcast because today with Supriya and we are missing Mad Light, we gonna uh, it's gonna be an action. We all are so elated and powerful. And today, I would share my life story because sharing life story isn't it what I asked because uh, I was scrolling today. Your personal story or sharing your failure story is one of the biggest fear in the world, and I think yet it's not really coming into that checklist. But I want to tell person, and it's your as a human being to share your story. Why? Because we all are stories. I'm a story. Spirit, you are a story. Matt, he is a story. All are because of stories and acting a lot of more stories. We are because of stories. So today I would love to share my story. Likewise, everyone like who is speaking and because it's not quite easy. I would I had a humble beginning. I'm the Brooklyn Jam, and my mama, I want to tell you, like, she really helped me to grow up at my expectations because there are three type of expectations. What we are, what help us really to grow up in our life. So mama raised me with three most significant expectations. Expectation number one, the parents have from us. They always very, very high. They always tell you stories. And my mama, one day she asked me to write my story. I said, Mama, I don't have a story, right? I don't have the great clothes. I have a lousy clothes going to grade school. So what's my story? Mama said, No, your story is coming up. Your story is here on this page. You will write. I just tried. So I wrote my story in a page, totally a manuscript, right? I expected a lot from the story and I shared it with my mom. She looked at the story and said, Wow. And I was just like a Spider-Man, like who can to another place, who can fix people's problems can inspire more and more people through his voice, through his wisdom and insightfulness. I was so young, I was just 11, right? But I had a special seed. Helped me, right, to grow up with different expectation. And Mama said, look at this. She looked at my story and said, yes, it's quite possible. I said, Mama, I'm just kidding. I was just joking. He said, no, the story you can imagine, that story is possible. And it's up to you now. How can the story possible? And start believing. And I want to tell you something. If you're watching this podcast for the audience, it's really a great story, especially for the parents if you are raising your kids. I tell you, my mama always helped me to expect very high. She like if there is a gathering around me, or we are in a marriage ceremony, or we are somewhere like in the gathering, mama always ask the people, look, he's my son and he's gonna be the success. He's gonna be the world's biggest success story. And she was helping me really to expect very high from myself. And whenever, and always, I complain, Mom, God, I, my story is impossible. No, she always called me sir. I said, Mama, why do you call me sir? He said, why? Why? Because you would expect very high from yourself, and you would to call you sir. So she always helped me to. So there are three type of expectations. Expectations number one, what the parents have from you. They always expect very high because they are the most sincerest people in your life. Number two, what the teachers have from you. They always want to see you to go ahead. They always want to help you ready to expect very high. They always expect like, okay, you're gonna be the biggest success story. Yes, teachers, they always help you to dream bigger in your life. There is one more expectations, and that is the expectation of what you have from yourself. That matters a lot, really. And you always need to expect very, very high from yourself. And I very high. I had no that kind of environment or the place and where I can expect or where I can get story. I always wanted to become best in my, and that was becoming my motivation. Always, I had some ego issue. I always wanted to do something different and bigger. So there are two type of expectations help you to grow in your life. The expectation what the parents have from you, expect very hard from you, and number two, your expect very high from you. But you come first. You are the most important person in your life. I knew I was the worst case ready to lead in my life, but I always expect very high. And I want to tell you one secret. Don't be satisfied. I never been satisfied with whatever I've been doing. I always had a question by the end of the day. Hey, I think I can do better. I think if I could do this way, maybe I would have. I'm not that kind of topper. I've been expecting very high, and I always never been satisfied, and then never I always been like dreaming big, bigger than anybody the globe, and that what would help me to speak up, and I could inspire 500 million people all over the globe, and I've traveled to so many countries, and I inspire a lot of kids, children, and the adults and the corporate people. Life is so amazing. Life is so amazing. So that was my journey. That what could help me to raise and to to do.
Great, awesome. And Mike, first of all, I really appreciate your burning desire. In life, we all should never ever be satisfied with what we are at, but we need to go in a very positive manner. Yes, there should be burning desire. You should aim high in life. And what I see in your life journey, your role model, your motivation is your mother, who has just pushed you. You can do it. And trust me, friends, global audience, if some such spiritual hand is there on your head, you can do miraculous things in your life. So that's what I can see, Mike, in your life, your mother who has been, you are so blessed to get some such mom, such mother who is just pushing his, her son to move forward in life and to achieve what he wants and to accomplish what he wants in life. So a great applause for Mike for such a terrific, powerful, and so inspiring journey. But Mike, I am sure the place, the position where you are today. I mean, when I see social media, Mike Litman, LinkedIn, social media, Facebook, I found you everywhere, every conference. And I'm sure this successful position, I cannot imagine you had not faced any hurdles, challenges, problems. So people call challenges a problem. So in your life, Mike, what sort of challenges you had faced that has made you today a very strong, a very powerful person, and the world wants to know, including me.
Yeah, understandably, likewise, many people. And I want to tell you before this one story of Satya is like been contributing to this world really top. I'm so impressed with him. Why? Because when he was asked like what could help you really to grow up and what was that secret really to become the CEO of Microsoft. So when I was so young, when I was growing up, my mom always asked questions. And whenever she asked me a question, I always wanted to reply in a very positive manner. And she been never been satisfied. She always said no. I think like she never she never accepted answers my reply. So then I started to work more. So I never could satisfy my mom, and I always been so creative in my thinking. So that was a secret for the sadden in us. When you are growing up, you have an environment. You definitely you when you are growing up, so you definitely grew. And you cope up with a lot of challenges. When I was so young, so a lot of people told me like, "Hey, you can't do it." Different dreams. I always had a different talk. And I always had dreams inside. So people around me, they always talk to me, "Hey, you need to stop studying. You need to stop going to school. You need to stop out of here. So what are you trying to do?" So I always listen to people negative thoughts. That's what I think like a little time, but with the festive time, I had a very special talk with myself because the most important talk you have in your life, not with other people, the most significant have and what can help you because motivation inside. So I could have a very special talk with myself and never been satisfied what I've been doing in my life. And I always wanted to do something bigger, something what could help. I've been like always selfless, uh, selflessness, like seriously could help me in. And the story of Dr. Rutfau and the Marie Curie and a Marie Curie, I feel like they are the best role models. And I'm so I get like the top 10 people, so the most of they are the women in the top, and they could inspire me really to expect something from my life. So I had the challenge like where the people always had. I listen a lot of negative talks, pulled me back. Even I'm writing a book on how to lose out of your life, and it's so impressive contribution by Leslie Brown. Get the losers out of your life. The losers, they're the people. They always tell you, "Hey, you can't do it. It's very difficult, tough. We never see anybody doing this you are doing. You see, nobody could do it. So why are you trying differently? Why you want to do something different?" So always people share with you their own fears. This is what lies after a long. So now I can't see people struggle those kind of struggles with those kind of pains. I'm so emotional about people. So whatever I'm doing, I don't. I learned a lot of things, lots of things. What could help me to always think critically. I really stopped doing what other people were doing, what I could see in my life around me, and I started doing what no one was ready to accept or to do. Though I had no idea yet, someone asked me the question, like when so you young, what you were expecting that time and the day today you are today. So were you expecting that? I said, yes, I had to see. I was expecting to change this got the change inside. So the point is, stopped doing what everyone was doing around me. I started to do, and I started to accept something for me what no one was ready to do. And I always wanted to do. I had an idea like fix the world's biggest challenge or the biggest challenge or the biggest problem that definitely would shape my life. It would shape my life. I had a dream when I was so young, when I was growing up, that I'm talking to people and they're listening. I talk because I knew a special voice. I knew I had a connection with my soul. I was connected with myself. I I listen people like, hey, you won't be paid off are doing, what the heck you're doing, you need to stop it. I said, no, I know what I'm doing. This is the most significant work. I would bring 360-degree shift, a effusive shift in a people's life. So I could bring that and a profound thinking for humanity to think, yeah, think always differently. That could help you because you are not born on the spirit of the fear. All right, so life amazing platform. All right, so you always plant some seeds. Okay, otherwise you will see the weeds would come up. So I had a belief like I won't go for the jobs. I had some entrepreneur inside. Started like people gonna pay me money. Like once you're growing up, there's a lot of people come in your life and they ask you, hey, what are you becoming in your life? What do you want to become in your life? So I said, I don't know, but I know one thing. I know that I would speak up and the people would pay me money. Well, what are you talking about? I said, yes, I would become a speaker. I had a dream to speak up. I'm not I'm not study a lot of books. I know, but I have listened people. So I picked up a lot of I knew the people's challenges, so I started to study about it. Right? I was at some school, so the youngest girl, Kenzo, like she asked me, "Sir, how could you grow up? Help you to become Mike?" I said, "Wow, amazing question. It's a question of the century. Like you need to ask this question if you're young, you're watching this podcast. Always go and study and ask these questions from your teachers. Yes, I had a lot of expectations. Always raised my standards. Never been satisfied. Once I start teaching, then I said no. I had to go next level. Right. So the next level was trainer, then mentor, then the coach, then the performance coach. Then I start to bring shifting life. So I had a special seat to speak up with the people. I love speaking. I had a dream to speak up. Then I could develop a quality talk because people talk, right? People want change in their life. So I changing people's life through my voice. That's what was great inspiration in my life. So I love speaking.
Great, powerful, fantabulous, fabulous, and I am getting shortage of all the adjectives. Mike, you are terrific. And yes, I loved in your journey, like in challenges. Either challenge will break you or make you. That's what I can see in your life journey. And also, winners don't do different things, they do things differently. That's what I can see from your life journey. Yes, how do you take up your challenges? And yes, people will break you, shake you, rate you, hate you, but it's you who will make you. So, Mike, you had made yourself, you sculptured your personality into a very powerful person. And yes, the world is listening you because of your great speaking skills. And when I said the skills, now the next question popping up in my mind, and before I take a sip of coffee, Mike, the world is waiting a great trainer, a great speaker, a great coach. So, how can we connect with Mike and how can we leverage from his great assets, great qualities, which God has bestowed him? A great speaker and a great public speaker. So, kindly enlighten the world how people can learn from you, what kind of coachings you are delivering, and how we can connect with you.
Appreciate it. So I want to tell you something. When I was so young, I was going through one issue. I had two problems. I had two challenges. One of my childhood. Issue number one, the challenge for me, like I started to realize that I had a problem. I used to stutter. I used to stutter uh, till my, the teenage. I had this tendency to stutter. Problem number two, the challenge number two was I had a dyslexia issue. I had a problem like if you're supposed to write 100, so I was used to put zero side, so it was still one. So I had these. So I cope my challenges. I had a talk within myself. I talked to myself. I people started to bully me, and you people will call me differently, and with the different I challenged myself. I never went to the doctor. And my parents like had no money to check me up with the doctor or with some medical facility. So I had a special talk with them myself. Because the self-talk can help you achieve something what nobody can even imagine. So these two challenges, along with like I was bullied and I've been really pulled down and always like been treated like to venture, and the teacher never listened to me. They always scolding me. They always brought a lot of fears in my life. So I one day I thought to myself, why can't I speak like other people? So I had a problem. So I started to myself, and then I could find one more class. I can remember his face, and he was also the big bencher. So I started to have a talk with him, and he was my first who I started to talk and inspire. I could get one more student, and I started to have talk. Now two people were ready to listen to my talk because mostly people, my teachers, they were not ready to listen to my talk. So I started to talk with them, and then from three to I developed one small group of people, like the five big venture students. They started to listen, and they started because I was speaking better than them. So I was fixing myself, and then one started to talk to my class, and they started to listen. They said, "Wow, he is not studying anymore." And then one day I started to participate in debates, and I started to have a talk with my class, and then I started to talk in. So I was my own doctor. I fixed my that problem. Couldn't have I couldn't get any consultant for this. So with the passage of time, I could get a confidence. The confidence was coming. Confidence is not something you get it and uh, a dream. It's not something like you're going to sleep tonight and by getting up early, like you will have the confidence. No, there are two ways to get confidence. Number one is steal the confidence. If you're not confident, so see confident people. I could see very much confident people along with me, so I noticed at them. So so I stole their dreams. I stole their so if you don't have confidence, so you can steal. See people and start copying them. I'm very good copier, by the way. Like, this is what I could develop in my life. I can copy anyone within no time. And the second thing, when I got confidence, so I started to fix other issues. So the second part was dyslexia issue. So again, I started to practice. Other students there were studying for 4 hours, for 6 hours, but I was studying for 18 hours. I could realize because I have to come get on the top position, the top one, and only possible. I have to put more efforts because I can do. I was not normal like other students. They were studying for 6 hours or 5 hours, but I started to study for 18 to 20. Started to invest more time, and that could help me to replace my position. And I positioned myself in the confident people, and people started to appreciate me because we love to be appreciated. So that appreciation that could help me to differently and to do differently. And if you're watching this podcast, if you're not confident enough, I would tell you, steal someone's confidence. So number two way to get the confidence is do it again and again. and you will make mistakes because confidence is backed up by the courage. You need to develop a willingness inside, and you need to develop a courage to go through all kind of setbacks because people won't appreciate. People are just reactive. Okay, people they don't appreciate. I know later on I developed two groups in my life. Number one was the I started to call the criticizing group. The money to criticize me because criticism is a very positive thing and unlikely appreciation because we want to listen to appreciation. Appreciation would never help you go into achieve those expectations. So criticism, can help you. And then I could develop one more group in my life that the idea sport group. The group could help me in my life, whatever I came up with some idea that's important. They said, yeah, I think it's different and you can do it. And it looks possible because you need sometime people around you who can tell you, yes, it's possible. Sometimes you can't believe in yourself believing enough in yourself. So you need someone who can tell you. And if you find someone in your life who can tell you, one of my mentors told me, if you find someone in your life and it can tell you, wow, you are amazing. I know you can do it. You are the guy and you are enough for yourself. I know nobody could do it, but I count on you. I know you can do it because you are equipped with a very special talent. Seriously, 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 you're passionate. So, so you need someone in your life. I'm telling you, like, it can be. But if you don't have, you are enough for yourself. Why? Because even 100% people disagree with you. Very special talk with my Georgian client, and I had a great talk with Dr. Queen Elizabeth, and we talked a lot for 5 to 6 days on leadership. So leadership is totally selflessness. Okay, it's very one-sided love, and bind up are like a sugar cane. You are nowhere, but your sweetness is everywhere. All right. So the pinnacle level leadership, I wanted to talk about it. Even people with you, even people detest you, people don't grade you grade A, people don't ask you to you can do it, even people don't appreciate for your efforts, but still you to do it good anyway. Whatever, because you are born to give something out of the box, something greatest to this world. Because you are not just responsible for your growth, for your family, or from for your just your or for your country. No, you are born to become responsible for the whole planet because you're born on the planet. All right, you are not divided. So you are born to change this world. You are gifted, blessed with something special. So you are born to do all this. So the pinnacle level leadership, it says like it's a high road leaders. So you are born to give what you have, and the people gotta give you back what they're blessed for. Sometimes they're not blessed, some gifted, but still you are born to do good anyway. Anyway, you are born to make this world a conducive place for our next generation. It's your responsibility. You're born to it. You're born to make this world a place, a worth living place for our next generations.
Great, great, awesome. Mike, I would love to draw the attention of my global viewers over here. If you really want to connect with Mike and learn something about speaking skills, training skills, and coaching skills, so he's a great coach and he is having an oceanic knowledge of the great topics which you would learn, which you want to learn in your life. So kindly connect with him on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and make your life meaningful, successful, and yes, for his coachings, I can give the bet that you will get the best from Mike. So do connect him, check out his coachings, know about his coachings, and enroll him. I am not selling anything, but still, I will just tell you the best thing and to make your life the bestest in everything. Well, Mike, the things are flowing in a great going. Your life journey, your challenges, your speaking skills, your coachings, we talked enough. Now, this is the time we want to know about ourselves. So, the question straight away, what is your opinion about KUDOS Latte Show? So, anything you can say about our CEO, Matt Allen, or the Latte Show? What is your experience? So, the dice is in your court. I think he got frozen. Mike, you there? I cannot hear you. Yeah, can you hear me, Mike? Yeah, I think we lost Mike, but it's a matter of, you can say, internet glitches, which is a part of virtual platform. So let's see, he bounces back or not, and then and there we will decide to take this journey on and on and on, and we will try our best to bring the mic again. So I am waiting for the great person to be back over here on the Latte Show. Well, ladies and gentlemen, where, when, and how the coaching we are talking about is a great going things in life where you will undergo various coaching programs and training programs in order to enhance your life, in order to enhance your speaking skills. So do great shows, do a lot of practice, and do undergo if you are not. And here we can say the powerful person, Mike, is back again. So, Mike, the question is still in my mouth, and you're gone. Well, the part of the technical glitches is back again. Mike, the question is, what is your opinion about Kiddo's Latte Show, Kiddo's Miracles, or you can say anything about our founder, Matt, CEO, who is the founder of our platform. Yeah,
I want to tell you seriously, and I just audience, the people, if you're watching this live podcast, I want to tell you, Kudos Latte Show is the world's best show, and I seriously enjoyed every bit of it. The reason why, because the host, oh my gosh, Dr. Supriya is a great sense into really it. And the guys, the Matt and you are putting all your sense into it, and you are making it a more beautiful and more worth watching. And please keep it up. We need like you to make this world a conducive and a worth loving place for our next generations, because we are the continuity. Whatever we are doing, like it would be continuity for our next generation, so they can start from here, like where we are right now. So we were born something out of the box, and this is Matt and Spirit. Like, I want to congratulate you people seriously to provide such a greatest platform, and most important, really appreciate it for inviting me cast, and you introduced me with your internal and external clients. Really appreciate it. I'm feeling so elated and so powerful out of here on this. Congratulations.
wow, you just made everyone's dreams, everyone day, night, morning, very great. So thank you so much, Mike, because likewise, the vibes which we are getting from you is so energized, is so great that I didn't take a sip of coffee to recharge myself because those vibes, your positive vibes coming from your
Seriously?
side, is
Oh
so
my
great.
god. Really
So, but
appreciate it.
I am
So
sure this
I will
round, forthcoming round, will be great, Mike. Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
I just want to conclude with something like,
Sure.
billions, trillions, and trillions, and maybe the bazillions of people on the globe. They all were our family members, right? Because we all are together, we all are aligned to bring a profound and effusive shift, 60-degree shift on the globe, because we are to create a legacy for our next generations. We are most important people for the upcoming generations. So the the most significant thing, what I wanted to share, Brazilians of people, they born and they died, and they died without sharing their heart and mind with us, with the people. They couldn't share their stories with the people. The reason was maybe they couldn't speak up in this language. Okay, maybe they couldn't speak with this accent. So this is my message, and that's why, like, I started to work with the young kids and the those. And right now we have started in a new platform in Oman and with the Gulf countries. Why? Because this is the we need a lot. I've been working in China and we could inspire a lot of people, but now it's uh, the time to work in Arabic countries, like, to the message, and we can bring the harmony because everyone on the globe is our family member. So we need to help them. We need to get connected with them. We need to share what we are expecting and what's happening. And a lot of people died and they couldn't share their stories, listen them up, whatever they wanted to say. So that's why I started to work on this language, and I started to help people all over the globe to speak up with me, and I could bring a lot of courses and speakers and trainers of trainers and trainers. Why? Because we can help more people to share their stories. Because the more shit stories you will share, this world a much better and the conducive place. Love you. Thank you very much, Matt and Dr. Spirit.
Wow, this is, we can say it will be incomplete if we will not play the our forthcoming rapid fire round. So, Mike, are you ready to take this challenge? Yeah. So, here is the rapid fire round. And the first question, Mike, goes for you. Which is your favorite coffee?
Oh, wow.
Mike, which is your favorite coffee? The world wants to know.
Yeah, I really, 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 really like this latte coffee. The
Okay,
I love it with the chocolate.
great
Because
one.
then, but I take care. If I'm taking this one cup, so then I'm not taking anything else. So I just take those. I take just two meals, but coffee
Great one.
is
Great
not
one.
enough. I always love Starbucks and always love the latte coffee. Yeah,
All right, great
it's
one.
my most favorite.
Which which is your greatest dream yet to achieve? Your dream yet to achieve.
Ah, oh, what a tough question. I just want to
Okay,
listen. People, it's not. I'm not selfish, but a little bit. I just want to listen people when I'm not here. Then people would be someone, maybe Mike, that I could life because of this guy. And in my life, I could change and I could inspire a lot of people. They were really at the verge. They was just near to. And one lady told me, I've just wrapped up each and everything, and I decided that today is my last day. I listen everyone. I listen Leslie. I listen Tony. I listen a lot of people listening for a year, but no one could stop me.
great,
Mike,
great.
you give
All
me a
right,
break. You,
awesome.
you
Mike,
stop
which is your favorite
the
color? Now the question shoot up. Which is your favorite color?
black, obviously black, black and blue. Yeah,
Great.
black and blue. Like this is my most favorite color.
All right. Your dream destination. Your dream destination.
Sorry,
Which place you
again,
want
there are
to
some
go?
glitches, some internet issues.
All right.
Sorry, what?
All right. Last but not the
Just
least,
within a deep reply. Kiss the whole planet.
all right. Last but not the least, your dream which you had lost but yet to achieve it. A lost dream. A lost dream.
I wasted a lot of time in my life. Uh, it happened because I was listening. Otherwise, I could have achieved a lot of things so early in my life. But that I feel I lost something. Even I lost myself. And the most important thing I want to share, my wife passed away last year. I have four kids. My youngest daughter, Bhikshu, I have given her a different name, my monk. So I'm just giving a gift to this world. Bhikshu is coming up.
Well played, Mike. Well played. You answered all the questions very, 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 very. You handled all the questions and you answered very promptly. I really, really appreciate your promptness, your mind of actions, and the way you answered it was mind blowing. So, thank you so much for coming to our show. And it was a great privilege. It was a great honor. And I loved every moment of this latte show with Mike Litman. So great applause to you. Thank you so much. You rocked it. You nailed
Likewise,
it.
likewise. Supriya and Matt, messages like it was really
Yeah, and before we
bumping
say
here.
goodbye, Mike,
Really
there are a lot of messages flashing. You can say everyone, Professor MD Sharia, AK, Omar, Ayat, Ture, everyone is showering their blessings in the form of lovely comments, which is inspiring everyone to move ahead in life. So here you can see the
yes.
positive vibes
Thank you.
of Mike, which is blossom the world today. So thank you so much for inspiring millions and zillions. And God bless you, Mike, with a lot of success and a lot of happiness in your life. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Take care.